Hi mga kumari! Welcome back to another Halloween tutorial. I did a doll-like makeup look which I think would go well with an Alice in Wonderland costume. This is a makeup look that you can also pair with other doll characters for Halloween. So without further ado, let's get started. For this video, I'm really excited to be wearing olens Candy Gray. These are the contact lenses that BlackPink is currently endorsing, and the other shades from this collection were used in their ice cream music video as well. The lens color is really bright and brings a dramatic change to any look, and you can definitely see the difference side by side. But interestingly, olens Candy Gray looks so lifelike and natural as well, which is why I am so in love with these contact lenses now. As usual, for really dewy and bright skin without the unwanted greasiness, I'll be using my favorite Espoir Dewy Face Glow Primer, and I'll just be blending a generous amount onto my face. For foundation, I'm using Maybelline Fit Me Dewy Plus Smooth because I want a dewy finish that would last for more than 8 hours. This also looks amazing in photos, so it's a no-brainer to choose this one. I'm using a kabuki brush to make sure that the application is thin and even. I'm then using Maybelline Superstay Under Eye Concealer for my under eye area as well as other blemishes that I want to correct. I'm just dabbing it and blending it in as usual, then buffing out the excess using my kabuki brush. For blush, I'm using my favorite BLK Creamy Cheek Paint in the shade Peach. As I've said in all my other videos using this, I use just a really tiny amount because this product is so intensely pigmented. It is also really long lasting, so if you over apply, it is very difficult to get it off. So it's really important to make sure that you're just building up from a small amount and just adding color if you really need to. And now, I'm using my favorite Innisfree No Sebum Mineral Powder to set everything in. This is great because it controls oil but keeps the dewy finish of my primer and foundation. I usually just use a fluffy powder brush and loosely apply powder until there's no sticky feeling anymore. For eyebrows, I'm using my Holy Grail Maybelline Fashion Brow Palette. And first, I'm taking the colored wax to define my brows. Once I have my brows shaded in, I'll also be using some of the dark eyebrow powder to set the brow wax in and to fill in the gaps as well. As usual, my trick now is to use Maybelline Hyper Curl Mascara on my brow hairs to make them look bushy and volumized. I also do this to set the brow hairs in place to prevent them from drooping. This is the secret if you want to give your eyebrows a 3D look. To make my eyeshadows go on intensely, I'm applying a small amount of Can Make Lasting Eye Base WP and making sure that it's applied thinly and evenly onto my eyelids. Using a fluffy eyeshadow brush, I'm taking the dark eyebrow powder from Maybelline's Fashion Brow Palette and I'm applying it onto my crease with a window wiper motion. I just go back and forth until the transition color is intense enough and is diffused enough. Next, I'm using a large pencil brush to apply MAC Espresso to darken the transition color further. But this time, I'm focusing on adding pigments only onto the outer 1/3 of my crease. I just drag the leftover pigments over to the rest of the crease line. I'm taking a drop of Inglots Duraline to make the crease color go on brightly and intensely. For full luminosity, I'm using my favorite Maybelline Master Chrome Highlighter as my lid color for this look. I dab a short shading brush onto the Duraline, dab it onto the highlighter, then pat the color onto my eyelids. I take my time to slowly pat on the color to prevent fallout and to spread it evenly so that it sets without any unwanted chunks. I also take my time to sort of create a cut crease using this highlighter. To make the lid color more intensely bright and to add sparkle, I'm using Peri Pear Liquid Shadow in Kitten Beige. I'll be topping it onto the entire area where I had just applied Maybelline's highlighter. I'm also making sure that it goes on thinly and evenly so that it doesn't crease later on. Next, I'll be using Etude House's Tear Eyeliner and I'll be applying this product onto the entire lower lash line. I gradually add more and more product until the color on my lower lash line is more or less opaque already. Now, I'll be using K-Palette Real Lasting Eyeliner. I'm starting out with lining the lash line, then I add more product to make the line a bit thicker as I'll be using false eyelashes for this look. To give my eyes a lift, I'm doing a relatively sharp wing today. I'm not following the curve of my crease, but instead, I'm drawing a straight wing at a 45-degree angle from the corner of my eye. And then, it's time to use my Holy Grail Koji Curving Eyelash Curler to curl my upper lashes. For this look, I'll be using Maybelline The Falsies Lash Lift Mascara on my upper and lower lashes. This mascara goes on thinly and flexibly. I chose to use this mascara because I do not want my lashes to be coated thickly and stiffly such that it'd be difficult to put on false eyelashes later on. For the upper false eyelashes, I'm using Red Cherry Lashes in WSP design. The lash hairs are thick and laid out in a dramatic way, so I think this will work well to create a doll-like look. For the lower false eyelashes, I'm using Dolly Wing Pure Little Lashes. These lashes come in segments of 4 hairs and segments of 2 hairs, and I'm using the segments of 4 hairs today. I add in one segment on one side, then copy the placement on the other side. I then repeat the process until I have added 3 segments on each side. For highlighter, I'm using Maybelline Master Strobing Cream, and I'll be dabbing on a small amount onto my cheeks and patting it repeatedly until it's blended in. I usually also add a very small amount onto my chin and forehead. For shading, I'll be using Can Make shading powder on the hollows of my cheeks, my jawline, and my forehead. And for the lips, I'll be using Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Crayon in the shade Change is Good. I wanted to go for a medium depth rosy pink color, which is why I chose this shade. We're now done with makeup, so I'll be tying my hair in twin tails, I'll be putting on my wig cap, and I'll be putting on this blonde wig. And then, it's time to put on the bow headband to finish this look. Ta-da! And we're done! Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications. Be sure to like my Facebook page as well. Follow me on Instagram at DollopMary, and I'll be seeing you at the next one. Bye-bye!